Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Kelly, can you hear me?
Yes, first day of school was Tuesday, but my first day of classes was yesterday, and I'm just amazed at how exhausted I was still. Just absolutely wiped out.
It's like a muscle that you need to like build back up. I went to bed at like 9 o'clock.
How many, what's your schedule?
I teach 3 classes in the fall, and unfortunately one of them is Tuesdays, and I didn't take it into
Oh,
like
no.
school.
I hate it when that happens, when I always am like, fingers crossed, Monday, Wednesday.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't, and then I'm like exiled. So my whole journal polish just goes downhill for like 2 months.
Yeah, I just keep saying to myself, like, it's when's the class start? 14 weeks.
I
Can do
know.
anything for 14 weeks, but yeah.
But still, yeah. And I'm chair this year. I'm only down to one class person.
It looks like it's working, but nobody's responding.
Hi, I have a small injury thing I just want to check with you. I jammed my middle finger into a door last night. It's just a little tender and swollen. Am I going to be able to just kind of like keep the weight off of it, do you think? Or should I just kind of see how it goes?
Just kind of see how it goes. See if you could put the weight on it.
All right.
And then if not,
Yeah, it's really just, I mean, it's just a little, like I can move it fine, but it's still a little tender.
be a tough commute without a middle finger. Let me tell you.
Right? It's like everything goes wrong this week.
As a commuter, it'd be a very tough commute. Yeah, yeah. Here we go. What's up? Hey, what's going on? It's going. It's been a tough couple commutes.
So bad if I tap it on like the top bit, the top picture. Yeah.
What's up?
Hooray.
Anything you want to do today?
Hips, please.
Where?
Like here, outside.
Outside? Okay.
Some Q out.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Desiree's coming. So you want to come check out Desiree, you need any more info, grab me after class. I'll tell you about it. All right, let's do it. Take a nice seat. Close the eyes. Sit up nice and tall. Take a couple breaths. Full breath in, complete breath out. Do a few rounds of those. You know, I was sitting in the water yesterday thinking about a couple things, and the one thing that I think about, like, in surfing, especially as the waves start to come up a little bit bigger, is, you know, you got to have this, like, confident respect. Like, you got to go in and you got to feel good about what you're doing, especially if you're out there by yourself. But at the same time, you got to have full respect, because things can go wrong quick. You know, and it's the same thing in our practice, but especially as you start to challenge yourself in some of these poses. You know, you want to right away, you want to think to yourself, okay, well, I'm putting myself in this position. I took a breath and I set a foundation and I engaged, and now I'm going to express. But at the same time, you're respectful to the moment, right? You know that this is going to be challenging. Some of these poses are really pushing your edge, and that's what they're supposed to do. And the more that you practice, right, the more comfortable you get in those situations. And that's the game. So in our practice, in those moments where it is tough and your muscles are maybe quivering a little bit, right, and you're really pushing that edge, remember, that's part of the moment. Just stay calm. Keep breathing. Honor it. But keep moving forward. Same thing here in your breath. You can listen to yourself breathe, or you can slow down the beginning of the inhale and push more on the end of the exhale, or count out the breath. Right? 2 or 3 seconds for the inhale, 2 or 3 seconds for the exhale. Maybe Ujjayi breath. As the breath turns to movement on the next inhale, let the arms lift. Let the exhale bring the fingertips and the knuckle pads to root. The heels of the hands lightly touch. And the breath comes with that space between our palms. One time together to initiate our practice. Together, the sound of Om. All together, deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our heart, our head to each other's hearts. Inhale, lift the head, open the eyes, release the hands. Okay, let's start out in child's pose. So toes are going to touch, knees are going to be wide towards the edges of your mat, arms are going to be up overhead. Now, you know, we can hang out like this in this pose, right, where we're going to chill. We're going to use this a little more dynamically. So as you look forward, make sure your pointer fingers are straight forward or turned outward a little bit. We just don't want them turned in towards the middle of the mat. Start to spread your fingers out. Now hug the hands in and keep the forearms and the inner biceps lifting up off the mat. Slide your forehead up off the mat. Keep the sit bones rooting towards the heels. Keep the back of your neck sliding towards the ceiling. Keep those arms lifting, but soften the chest towards the mat a little bit. You're going to feel this engagement in the upper back, like between your shoulder blades. These are your... East to west would be your rhomboids. We're not looking for scapular retraction. We're looking for spinal extension here. So you're going to feel this running up the spine. Take another breath or two here. Then as you look forward, walk the hands towards the right side of the mat. Now you get to this QL a little bit. It'll be right here. Low, it'll be like just above your pelvis, low on your back, just towards the outside. Start to feel that opening a little bit. Definitely lat right here, more like middle upper back. If you TP your fingers on that left hand, you'll feel that open up even more. Inhale, come back to center, soften down the middle. Next inhale, look forward, walk the hands towards the left. And play with what feels good. Feels good to work that little side bend, running up the spine. Awesome. Working up into those lats or into that QL a little bit, go for it. Breathing up into those intercostal muscles, wherever feels good for you to play. Inhale, come back to center, soften down the middle. Next inhale, come up, all fours, hands and knees. Hands an inch or two in front of your shoulders, knees an inch or two behind your hips. Set up that low mountain, nice and strong here. Start to hug the hands in. Feel those forearms start to hug to the center. Feel those biceps turning on. You're pulling all that energy up into your shoulders, up into your chest and your upper back. If the toes aren't curled, curl them. Sweep the inner heels out because they're trying to do this. Hug the shins in. Pull your heels to your butt. Pull that pelvic floor up. Pull your belly button in. Pull those shutters closed, and then take a couple breaths. Low mountain. Isometric engagement, right? Hugging muscle to bone without movement.
One more breath. Take the knees back a couple inches. Then the right leg back, ball of the foot on the floor. As you pull your belly into your spine, and as you reach back out of your heel, reach forward out of the crown of your head. Breathe side to side. Exhale, lower. Take the left leg back. Ball of the foot on the floor. Micro bend in the knee. To keep the knee from hyperextending, pull the kneecap towards your waist. You're going to feel your quads engage when you do that. Instead of pushing your kneecap to the ceiling. Exhale, lower. Walk the knees back in, all fours. Take a breath. Step back to plank. Shoulders are up on top of your wrist crease, and you're reaching out of your heels. So if you look at my feet, you could see I'm reaching my heels back as compared to this or this. We're never here. We're here, and then this would be chaturanga. Now lift the hips, push back, downward dog. So bend the knees a little bit if you need to soften up that dog a touch. Now, like we did before, we weren't as weight-bearing, so it was definitely more accessible. We keep the forearms lifting up off the mat. We keep the inner biceps lifting up off the mat. We're sliding the back of the throat forward. Now we're pushing our hands down and forward and taking the chest back towards the toenails. And there's that big opener. And then if we want to play in the legs, we could pedal the heels. We could straighten the legs, whatever feels good to you in this moment. Next inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, back to downward dog. Keep it going. Stay with your breath. It should take you 2 or 3 seconds to drive forward into the plank. It should take you 2 or 3 seconds to push back to downward dog, because that's just what your breath is, right? It's the length of your breath. On this next one, as we come forward, let that exhale lower chaturanga. So that's where my feet go straight up and down. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take the 3 nice breaths. So feel free to stay low here. Maybe some of you are going to want to come up a little bit higher, wherever feels good. After your 3 breaths, lower the chest. Push up through plank. Back to downward dog. Take the right hand to the outside of the left calf or shin. So we're twisting here in downward dog. So the left hand, keep pushing it down and forward. Inhale, unwind. Place the right hand down. Push it down and forward. So you feel your chest working back towards your toenails. You feel the weight getting back into your legs. Then maybe start to peek underneath that right arm. Inhale, unwind. Next inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, baby cobra. Take the 3 nice breaths. After the 3 breaths, back to chaturanga or lower your chest. Push up through plank. Back to downward dog. Reach the right leg straight back. Step it through, lunge. Find your space. Keep pushing down into that front heel and pulling it back to you. Push down into the ball of that back foot and pull it forward to you. And hug the shins in towards the midline. And pull that pelvic floor up again. And the belly and the shudders. The heart's reaching out front, the throat sliding back. This wants to happen. You got to keep sliding this way, back towards like where the ceiling and the wall meet at the back of the room. Gaze is out in front of your mat, and you're reaching out of the crown of the head. Exhale, lower the back knee. Inhale the arms in front, plug them in, take them up overhead. Keep dragging that back knee forward. Keep pulling your belly button to your spine, and you're feeling that stretch get better in the front of that left thigh. You want to curl back a little bit, maybe curl back, but keep reaching up on the inhale, and then exhale, curl back just a little bit. And then root down, peel up, and maybe curl back a little further. One more breath. Exhale the hands down to the blocks, flip them up. Lift the back knee. Slowly straighten the front leg. Look forward, lengthen the spine again. Yep. Now keep that left hip coming forward. It's trying to do this and peel out. You're going to keep hugging in. Then as you look forward and the spine starts to climb up out of the waist, maybe fold to the inside of that right thigh. But let the chest go first. The chin's going to try to go first. Don't let it. Keep sliding the back of your throat towards the ceiling. One more breath. Look forward, bend into that lead knee, lunge. The left hand stays down, the right elbow draws back. Maybe take the twist. Keep spinning that left shoulder back. It's going to try to keep turning forward on you. Keep spinning it back, bicep to the front of the room. Maybe open the chest towards the sky. Maybe look up. One more breath. Inhale, come back to center. Place the hand down. Step back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Stay with your breath. Nice pace, y'all. When you're ready, reach the left leg straight back. Step it through. Lunge. Hug that knee to the chest. Just make sure your hips width apart. We don't want to be too narrow here. It's like we don't want to be too wide. If you need a little more stability, you're going to keep your feet like outer hips width. That'll give you a little more stability. Then keep pushing down and hugging in. Then we're going to reach back out of our heel. We're going to reach forward out of our knee, forward out of the crown of the head, and we're going to breathe side to side. One more breath. Now slowly stay with the breath as you lower the back knee. Inhale the arms, take them up overhead. If you need to stop and plug, stop and plug. If you're ready to go right overhead, go right overhead. Square that right hip forward a little bit. Bring the right ribs forward. Yep, reach up through your thumbs. Now maybe curl back into the pose. The inhale is going to root down at whatever angle you're on. It's going to reach up again. And then you're going to exhale, curl back even a little bit deeper, or reach up a little taller. Exhale the hands to the blocks. Flip them up nice and high. Lift your back knee. Slowly straighten your front leg. Re-square your right hip forward and down. Look forward. Climb the spine up out of the waist. Then maybe fold to the inside of that left thigh. So you could stay up here, right, if this feels good. If it feels good to fold, fold. Remember what the deal is, right? You got to be confident that you set up your foundation, right? But you got to honor what your body's asking you to do in this moment, right? You got to be respectful. One more breath. Bend into that lead knee, lunge. Either keep your hand on the block or to the floor. Spin the bicep forward to the shoulder, roots back. Draw the left elbow back. Start to open the left side of your chest towards the sky. Now, keep lifting that right thigh up, but soften that left one down. Try to get it parallel with the floor. Keep reaching back out of your heel. Keep reaching forward out of your knee and the crown of your head. Open the chest to the sky. One more breath. Maybe look up. Inhale, come back to center. Place the hand down. Step back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. Stay with your breath. From downward dog, look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. Maybe curl back that little bit. Keep those legs fiery, keep reaching up, then maybe curl back just that little bit. Inhale, come up, take the right hand behind your back, left hand to your elbow. Keep those hips back, they're gonna try to do this. Keep them back. Even if you lean forward, this is a much better look than this, right? At least this is human movement. We're in a hip hinge a little bit here. This is exactly the opposite. This is anterior pelvic tilt, hips forward. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up, swap. As you stand up, push your head back into your forearm and stand up from there. Use that feedback. That'll let you work the upper back. Remember we talked earlier, we're like between our shoulder blades, but we're like north to south. You're standing up and working that like upper back. Exhale, release. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Walk the hands out in front. About a foot or so. Use your blocks. It'll help you lift up. Reach the right leg straight back. Come to standing split. Keep reaching that right heel back so that left heel's nice and heavy, and you can move your toes on your left foot. If you look down your leg, you could see your toes pointing straight to the sky. You want to stay here, stay here. You want to do the twist. The right hand stays down, the left elbow draws back. Maybe we reach up to the sky, but be careful not to come into your toes. Work the heel and the ball of the foot. Inhale, come back to center. Lower that right leg down. Hips width apart. When you're ready, reach the left leg straight back. Now this time you're going to keep reaching that left heel back to the wall behind you so that the right heel gets heavy and you can move your toes if you wanted to. You want your toes to root, but you don't want the weight just collapsing into them. You want to keep working from the heel to the pinky toe mound, then to the big toe mound. Now, if you want to stay here, stay here. If you're going to do the twist, the left hand stays down, the right elbow draws back. Maybe we reach up. Maybe we even look up. One more breath. Then inhale, come back to center. Lower that left leg down. Walk the hands in. Sit back as the knees bend. Swing the arms up. Big reach. Sit back into chair pose. Pull that belly in and those shutters closed. Keep those sit bones reaching towards the floor, towards your heels a little bit. Take that right hand across the body. Bring it to the outside of the thigh. Let the left hand meet. Push them together. Start to open the chest towards the sky. Inhale, come back to center. Sit back. Take that left hand across the body. Side of the thigh. Push the hands together. Start to open the chest. Inhale, come back to center. Sit back nice and deep. Breathe. Push down, rise up. Nice, y'all. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Even here, notice that your toes can move. Because where were the big points of balance going to be? Where we're dissipating weight? Down into the heels. Then the outer edge of the foot to the pinky toe mound. Then the foot's going to widen across the mat so that the big toe mound roots. And now you should see that like your arches are lifting up. We're starting to build them back up again. Look forward. Keep the legs engaged. So you're sweeping the heels out. You're hugging the shins in. You're pulling your heels to your butt, your kneecaps to your waist. As you look forward, pull the waist out of the spine, pull your spine out of your waist. So drag your fingers back to your toes a little bit, and then you can fold into the pose nice and deep. Sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up. Take a nice big reach. Maybe curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front. Nice, y'all. Right leg forward, left leg back, triangle. If you're not sure what the distance is, bend into that lead knee like a Parsva or like a Warrior 2. Then when you straighten the leg, that'll give you an idea how long you should be. Now this is going to try to happen. So take your left thigh back, take your left hip back, take your left ribs back. Bring the arms up. Yep, take a couple breaths here. Power in the legs. Start ripping your feet towards the midline so we keep those hips from popping. We've been working on that. When you're ready, hinge at that right side of the hip. Bring the hand down to the block or the floor. Inside or outside the foot, your flavor. So inside the foot's going to be a little more therapeutic, a little more accessible. Behind the foot's going to be a little more challenging. It's not a right or wrong. Push the big toe mound down on that right foot because we're going to try to, in this instance, we're going to try to roll to the outside of the foot. So start pushing the big toe mound down. Now breathe and open up that right side body. Now pull the belly in. Now start to rotate. So top of the ribs back, bottom of the ribs forward. Maybe look up. Inhale, come up. Bend into that lead knee, warrior two. Bring the elbow to the thigh, sweep the bicep up along the cheek, come to extended side angle. So elbow can stay on the knee. If you want to take the hand down to the block of the floor, feel free. If you want to rotate open, bottom of the ribs, top of the ribs back, bottom of the ribs forward. One more breath. Inhale, come up tall, warrior two. Push the front leg straight. Step forward. Nice, y'all. We'll swap side too. Left leg forward, right leg back. Balance beam, right? I'm set up on my balance beam. Heels in line with the back arch. I check to see what my distance is. Now from here, we take the right thigh back, the right hip back, the right ribs back. Then the arms come out to the side. Then we breathe and get nice and tall. We start ripping those feet together so those hips don't pop. And then hinge at the left side of the hip. Bring the hand down to the block of the floor. Yeah. I didn't hear any. Now keep opening up that left side body. So from hip to armpit, keep spinning the bicep forward on that left arm. Maybe start to open up, maybe start to look up. Play with the pose. One more breath. Then push into that front heel. Inhale, come up tall. Bend into that lead knee. Elbow to the thigh. Sweep the bicep up along the cheek. Hand, elbow stays on the knee or hand goes down to the block of the floor. Power in the legs. Starting to open up here, starting to settle ourselves into this pose. One more breath. Then push into that front heel. Inhale, come up, warrior two. Then push the front leg straight, step forward. Let the thumbs catch your heart, right? Center your chest. Let your eyes close, take a couple breaths. Full breath in, complete breath out. Mountain pose variation, right? So everything else fired up, just our eyes closed to chill a little bit. Full breath in, complete breath out. Sit back as the knees bend, or open the eyes if they're closed. Sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up, take a nice big reach. Maybe curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Take the right hand to the outside of the left calf or shin. Left hand could be fingertips, block, hip. If you want to take your hand to the sky, go for it. If you're taking your hand to the sky, you're flipping your right hand so the back of your hand is to the outside of your foot. Inhale, come back to center. Swap side two. So see, I would take my left hand and I'm going to turn my palm towards the brick wall. Then I would reach up. Inhale, come back to center. Next inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Move through your vinyasa 3 times. Start to flow a little bit. When you get back to downward dog, take a breath and then lower your knees, sit back on your heels, take a little break. child's pose if you want. Drink, wipe your face. Yana Mudra. Bless you. Whatever feels good. Inhale, open your eyes. Next inhale, come up. Exhale, hands down, all fours. Step back to plank. I was just starting to sweat. That AC's on now. We're gonna have to work a little harder now. Come on, shoulders on top of your wrist crease. Reach out of your heels. Push down. Feel the power that comes up your arms and through your legs. Feel your core kick on, right? You want to feel all these things. It should feel like you're lifting up. This is me sagging. We know this isn't it, right? I got to keep pushing down so I keep lifting up. Now, settle into it, right? You know, respectfully, this shit is hard, right? So you're going to stay with your breath. You're going to stay in the moment. But you put yourself here, right? So you just keep breathing. Even here, take a full breath in. Take a complete breath out, right? Let your body know, I'm good. This is just some of the work I'm doing right now. Keep breathing. Lift the hips. Push back, downward dog. Nice, y'all. Reach the right leg straight back. Come forward, right knee towards left elbow. Kick the leg out to the side. Push back towards like downward dog. So your legs out to the side, the pinky toe side of the foot's to the floor. Now, as you take your chest back towards your toenails, you start to get the weight back into that left leg. Now, drag your right leg back to the brick wall, and you feel the outside of that hip open up. Inhale, unwind. Take that right leg back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Exhale, lower. Reach the left leg straight back. Come forward, left knee towards right elbow. Take the leg out to the side. Now, push back. See, when you're forward, it's going to be hard because you're putting the weight into your arms. When you push back, when you push the hands down and forward, take the weight back, chest towards the toenails, you're going to feel the weight in the legs. That's what we can hold on to. Now, drag that leg back towards the left a little bit. TFL and IT band. Inhale, unwind. Reach that left leg back to where the ceiling and the wall meet. Lower it down. Work through one vinyasa. Those arms are getting tired right now. Stay with it. Your breath. From downward dog, reach the right leg straight back, step it through, lunge. Exhale, lower the back knee, twisted monkey. So we'll take our right foot out towards the right edge of our mat. We could even turn those toes out a little bit. Bend your left knee, reach back with your right hand, grab your ankle, your foot, or your strap. Walk your left hand forward and out. So your thumb is across from your big toe, and your fingers are probably off your mat. Open the chest towards the sky. Now keep dragging that back knee forward and pulling the belly button in. Now start bringing the heel towards the sit bone and intensifying that quad stretch. Don't collapse the front of your left thigh to the floor. So keep pulling the knee forward, but keeping the sit bone working back towards the wall behind you. Open the chest even a little bit deeper into the twist, and then draw that heel to the sit bone. One more breath. Inhale, come back to center. Wiggle that foot back in, place the hands, lift the back knee, downward dog. Reach the left leg straight back, step it through, lunge. Exhale, lower the back knee. So this time you're going to take your left foot, open out. You could even widen out a little bit. Then bend your right knee, reach back with your left hand. If you need to, shift your weight back this way, like you're straightening your front leg to grab your ankle. Then you can bend back into the knee Just make it a little more accessible to get into. I open the chest because I'm working the twist, right? Now I go a little deeper in the quad stretch. So I start pulling my back knee forward and bringing my belly button in. I keep the sit bone reaching back on the right side to the wall behind me. I don't let the front of the thigh collapse to the floor. Then as I start to go a little deeper, I start drawing the heel to the sit bone. Then I go back to all that. I start working my twist a little bit further, opening my chest to the sky. I start dragging that heel and then bringing that sit bone towards the heel, or the heel towards the sit bone. Breathe. Inhale, unwind. Wiggle the foot back in, lift the back knee, downward dog, move through one vinyasa. Flow through a little bit. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a nice big reach. Maybe curl back that little bit. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front. So have your strap with you if you need to. We're going to go here, here. Okay? So your strap would be your friend. Take your strap, make a little loop. I only want the loop to be the size that I need. So if I need to make up this much space, I want my loop to be that big, right? So that when my loop is around my foot, I can pull on it. This is really hard to do, to hang on to the strap. Right? Your hand's going to keep slipping. But this, I can pull on. And if I can pull on it, what can I do? I can push on it. Right? So we want that. Now, here we go. Take a breath. You're going to root down into your right foot. You're going to inhale your left knee up. Bring your hands to the knee. Take a breath here. Lean back that little bit. Yep. Now, release that right hand. Take the leg out to the side. Yep. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release, swap side two. We're prepping it up a little bit. Inhale that right knee up. Take the hands to the knee. Give yourself a little support. Feel where the balance is going to have to come from the heel. Right? So we're going to have to lean back. We're going to have to keep the hips back. They're going to try to do this. Keep sacrum back. Open. Yep. Keep that hip back. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release. All right, here we go. Root into that right foot. Bring the left knee up. You could either take the strap around the foot or the fingers between the toes. Yep. Open the knee. Kick the leg out to the side. Use your strap. Pull on the strap as you kick the leg out. Take your arm out to the side if you want a little more balance. Yep. One more breath. Bend the knee. Come back to center. Take your right hand to the pinky toe side of the foot. Kick the leg out front. Inhale, tall up out of the waist. Then take the twist. Maybe even start to look behind you. One more breath. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release. Nice, y'all. All right, take a breath. Here we go. Side two. Inhale that knee up. Fingers between the toes or to your strap. Open the knee out. Kick the leg to like where the walls meet. The corner. Yep. Take the hand out. Give yourself a little more balance. Notice as you pull your hand into your foot, you're kicking your foot out into your hand. One more breath. Bend the knee. Inhale back to center. Take that left hand to the outside of the foot. Kick the leg out straight. Inhale nice and tall. Twist. Maybe even look behind you. Nice, y'all. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, release. Nice. We haven't done that in a while. Sit back as the knees bend, swing the arms up. That's outside of the hip, outside of the leg, right? All that good stuff we're working on. Exhale, fold. And you know I love one-legged balance stuff, right? Inhale, look forward. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, place the hands, step or jump back, downward dog. Move through one vinyasa. When you get back to downward dog, exhale, lower your knees. Take your right leg over your left. Take your feet apart. Sit back between your heels. So we'll be in the back of the hip and the outside of the hip again. Reach down. You're going to grab that left sit bone, pull it back and out. And do the same thing to the right side. You'll get those sit bones to root a little more. If you feel like you need a little more space, sit up on your blanket or your block. Now, the reason my knees pull apart is because this is the tight spot in my hips, is the back of the hip. Right? So if your knees are, if your thighs are like nice and tight, it's because this isn't like too tough for you. If your knees are pulling apart, this is a challenge, right? But we're going to have something, right? It's good. It's one of your hip complexes are going to be tighter than the others. Your adductors, your quads, your TFL and IT band, your hamstrings, your glutes, right? One of those. Now, we can sit up nice and tall, and we can fold. We did Gomukhasana arms early with the arms behind, so if you want to work Gomukhasana, you're going to take your left arm in front, plug it in, and reach behind you. Your right hand's going to go fingernails forward, bend your elbow, wiggle your hand up. Or you can take your strap, and you're going to drop it from your left hand into your right. Yep. Now push your head back into your forearm. Start to sit up nice and tall. Yes. One more breath. If the hands are clasped or with the strap, release. Unwind the legs. Spin around all fours. Then side two, bring the knees to the midline. Cross your left over your right. Take your feet out to the side. Sit back between your heels. Reach down to your right sit bone, pull it back and out, and then the left. Maybe you want to hinge forward a little bit. When you hinge forward, your chest goes first. What's going to want to go first? Your chin. Don't let it. Throw it back, chest forward. If you want to work through the arms here, you're going to go right arm in front, plug it in, bend the elbow, reach between your shoulder blades. Left hand out to the side, fingernails forward, bend the elbow, wiggle the hands up. Push your head back into your forearm. Yep, sit up nice and tall. One more breath. And release. Unwind the legs. Spin around all fours. Just reach the right leg back. Lower it down, swap side two. Lower it down. Take a breath. Step back the plank. Push back, downward dog. Look forward, bend your knees, step or jump between your hands, swing your arms up, take a big reach. Maybe curl back. Inhale, come up. Exhale, hands in front. All right, grab your mats, find a spot on the wall. We'll go upside down. If you're at home, you don't have the wall to kick up on, you can always lay on your back. Bend your knees, and then as you hug your knee to your chest, interlace your hands behind your thigh and reach the heel to the sky. Take a bunch of breaths here, and then you can swap into side two. If you're at home or in the studio, it's not your day to invert. You're always welcome to go legs up the wall or do a pose that feels good to you. I'll talk everyone through downward dog and L pose, but you're more than welcome to play with anything that feels good to you. Handstand, headstand, tripods, inversion with eagle legs. You want to get your little eagle flare in today? I didn't do eagle last year, so I'm not going to do it this year. I feel like I should just stick with what worked, right? I thought about it, especially because we were on the outside of the hip. But then I was like, nah. That's it. I'm not going to mess with it. Everything was going good. I'm going to leave it alone. All right, so you want to stick with me? All fours, hands and knees. Feet are touching the wall. If you want to work on your own, go for it. So from all fours, hands and knees. And remember, it's not your day to invert. Legs up the wall, whatever feels good to you. So from all fours, take a couple breaths. When you're ready, lift the knees and the hips. Come to a short downward dog. Step 1 foot up the wall, and then the 2nd foot up the wall. Then if your knees are bent, you're in downward dog inverted. If your legs are straight, you're in L pose. Nice, y'all. And you stay for as long as you want, right? Take a few breaths. This is certainly one of those moments, right, where we're about to like literally flip ourselves upside down. So yeah, you got to be confident in that. But you're about to flip upside down, so you got to be respectful as well, right, of the pose. That's the play. So stay with the breath. Keep that foundation. Engage, right, and then express the best that you can. Back when you take your foot off the wall, go chest to the middle. Yeah, and that was nice and smooth. Now, when you scissor that left leg forward, yeah, keep your chest going to the middle. Yeah, to the middle of the room. Yes. Yeah. You feel how it keeps your arms overhead a little more? Yeah. So you got to kind of work the opposing force. Well, so if you're looking forward, so we're talking about what the placement is for like where we're looking at when we're upside down. When you stare between your hands, it's going to give you the most balance because your mind's going to be able to settle, right? Because it has something to focus on. When you look under at like the wall across the room from you, you're literally upside down, truly, right? So you got to be able to settle into that. So what I tend to do is when I go into a handstand like that, I'm starting out looking between my hands always. And then I start to kind of just work between the two. But I always keep looking back between my hands because it keeps giving me the spot to balance on, right? And to keep focusing. And that's how I'm able to keep my balance. So I think it's kind of like a play both ways. It's certainly harder to look totally on the other side of you. When you're looking down, right? You're resetting the equilibrium each time. So it helps a little bit.
Is that easier then to keep in full?
It would be, yeah. It's the trade-off, yeah. And like everything has a trade-off, right? Where you're like, well, if I trade this off a little bit, I'm going to be able to work the pose deeper. And that's part of the like kind of the game we're playing today. Then you say to yourself, well, you know what? I've done this a bunch of times. I feel real good. Let me look underneath. Is it going to feel unfamiliar at first? Hell yeah. But I know I've got myself there. I'm going to have that, right? That confidence, but I'm going to be conscious that I got to be respectful to the moment, right? Like that's the idea. All right, ready to move on? Okay. Let's go on our backs. So let's start on our backs. Our knees are bent, feet are on the floor. Feet are hips width apart. Now, if you need a little more balance, you go just outer hips width. You don't want to go too wide, but you definitely don't want to be narrow, because if you're narrower than your hips, you're going to lose your power. If you feel your heels with your fingertips, that's a good way to gauge that your knees are going to stack up on top of your ankles. Now, start in a neutral position. So the neutral position is the sacrum's flat to the floor. If you take your hand and you tried to wiggle it under the top of your pelvis there, that's where your sacrum is, it wouldn't go anywhere. If you went up another 2 inches, you'd just be able to squeeze your fingertips under your lumbar spine, but those are two different spots. Maybe robot the arms if you want to give a little more support. Now charge the legs, so we're going to push into our heels. We're going to sweep our inner heels out. We're going to hug our shins in. We're going to pull our heels to our butt. We're going to pull our pelvic floor up. We'll pull our belly in, pull our shutters closed with the head and the shoulders back, slowly when we lift our hips. Y'all are strong. I tell you all the time, you can over-engage here, right? You got to be conscious to that. Keeping the power in the legs, maybe wiggle the shoulders under a little deeper. Some of you are going to want to interlace your hands behind your back. Feel free. I like this little robot variation in my bridge because it really helps me work the upper back right underneath my shoulder blades. Now keep your belly button working to your spine, but keep your sit bones lengthened into the backs of your knees. That's how your low back feels nice and safe here. One more breath. Then stay engaged as you lower down. Take the feet wide, let the knees touch. Hands to cactus or field goal. Full breath in. Complete breath out, maybe a few of those. Now on the second one, I'll first talk you into bridge and then into wheel. Play wherever feels good to you. Inhale, open the knees, reset the feet. Bring the arms along the sides again, whether they're flat or the elbows are bent. Charge up the legs, charge up the core with the head and the shoulders back. Slowly lift the hips. Take the shoulders under a little bit deeper. If you're going to interlace your hands, swap your hand hold. So if your left pinky was under, right pinky. If you're going to go wheel, place your hands wide to the edges of your mat. Plug those shoulders back. Push down and come up. Don't lose the power in the legs. Lift the heels up if you need a little more length or the curve. One more breath. Stay engaged as you lower down. Take the feet wide, let the knees touch. Hands to cactus or field goal. And then open the knees and windshield wiper side to side. Nice and slow, staying with the breath. Balance both sides out. When you come to neutral, hug your knees into your chest. Rock yourself up. Seated position. I always just like to start wide. So, because I just like the neutral start. We're going to go to Janu Shirshasana. Bend your right leg, your right knee, sorry. You're going to bring if you bring your heel to your pubic bone, this is wider, so this is going to be a little more challenging. You could also bring the foot to the inside of the thigh. This is where I tend to go. It's just going to make it a little more accessible. Now, your kneecap and your toes should be pointing straight to the sky. They probably want to do this. So, you reach back, you turn the thigh in a little bit. Same thing here. You take your hand to the inside of your thigh and you lift your butt up just a little bit and you turn the thigh in. And it should feel like you're going to widen those sit bones apart. We want that. Now, charge up those legs. You can see I'm working from both my feet, right, or flointed right now. I'm working all the way up my legs. Inhale the arms up. Then you're going to twist towards that left leg, and you're going to fold down the inside of the leg. Now, your strap would be around your foot if you need a little more space here. If you don't have your strap, you'd work like from your thigh to your shin, maybe to your foot. And then the little trick to get into the QL is the same like if you're going to the twist. So you take your right hand and you turn the palm forward and grab the pinky toe side of your foot. Now, you can stay here and you're just going to gently, like you're pushing on a gas pedal, and you feel this little opener right here. Now, the twist would be you take your left hand underneath, so between your shin and your arm, and you're going to turn the palm in towards the big toe mound. Now you're going to start to look under. Strap would be like this, and you could peek under this way. One more breath. Inhale, unwind. Come up nice and tall. If you need to pause, pause. Exhale, the hands in front. Take that bent leg straight, and then bend your left one, or whatever your side 2 is. Do your little adjustments. See, I take my hand to the inside of my thigh. My fingers go like all the way towards like the outside of my thigh. This is the bottom, right? I'm all the way back here, and then I'm going this way, and I'm widening that out. Inhale the arms up, twist towards that right leg, fold to the inside. Then the first part is, so here's the first part. You're here in Janu Shirshasana. We're doing it. Then you want to get into that QL a little bit deeper. It's left hand, palm forward with the thumb down to the pinky toe side. And then you just push like a gas pedal, and you'll feel the stretch right here. If you want to go into the twist, which we've done some twists today, so this could be accessible for a lot of you. You can take your right hand underneath, so between the leg and the arm, and you're going to turn the palm towards your big toe mound. Then you're going to start to take that left elbow towards the sky a little bit as you start to peek underneath. Super deep twist, right? Pretty challenging. But play with what feels good to you. Inhale, unwind. When you're ready, nice and tall. Exhale, hands in front. Take the legs out straight, then bring them to the midline, then lay back. Nice, y'all. Super fun pose. Reach the arms up overhead, reach the legs out. Just take a nice stretch here, spread the fingers and the toes. Hug your knees to your chest. Give yourself a little hug or make a couple small circles on your low back. Come to neutral. Take the knees wide. Come to happy baby. Knees are wider than your shoulders. So you can see I tend to hold the outside of my shins most of the time. Sometimes I grab my toes. If we did a bunch of adductor stuff, this would be a little more accessible. We worked a little more on the outside of the hip today. But you feel, can I keep my sit bones going down to the mat? Then yeah, this is a good pose. I'm working my edge. If my butt's flying to the sky like this, I'm just too far. I gotta unwind just a little bit so I can get a better pose out of it. You can reach one leg out or both legs out. Rock side to side, whatever feels good to you. And when you're ready, inhale the knees to center. Exhale the legs out straight. We'll take Shavasana. Beautiful practice, crew. Feel free to add or remove layers or props. I'm going to talk everyone through laying flat. That little variation I've been showing, it's not really a variation, it's just a little way to neutralize your body a little more. As you lay back, lift up your butt from the floor a little bit and push the fleshiness towards your heels. And then as you place your butt back down, there'll be this nice settling over your low back and your pelvis. As the legs reach out, let the feet gently roll open. Let the arms come along the sides. And you're going to feel as the shoulders settle back, the palm turns open to the sky. We say the open palm draws in the energy. We let our head rest back. Maybe we let our eyes close. And the tongue to soften from the roof of the mouth. As the body gets heavy. The mind mind softens, turns back to the breath. And the heart opens as it prepares to move into the yoga of life, the practice of life. We're just like on the mat. We honor those challenging moments. But we know that we've done the work to get ourselves to that point, to be able to deal with those moments. And no matter what it is, on or off the mat, in every aspect of our life, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a breath. And then we're going to set a foundation, and we're going to engage, and we're going to express. And with each breath, it's going to be another opportunity, another chance. And begin here to draw in a deeper breath. Feeling the breath as it's washing over the body, your toes, your fingers, the crown of your head, through your heart. We reawaken a better version of ourselves. As the fingers and the toes wiggle, maybe the arms and the legs stretch or reach, moving in a way that feels good to us. Taking our time, moving slowly and consciously. When you're ready, you can hug your knees to your chest. Just roll to the right side. Take your hands underneath your head. Just make a little pillow and take a couple breaths here. And give ourselves that chance to reacclimate. When you're ready, push your hands down, come up to a seated position. We'll meet together with our eyes closed and our hands in front of our hearts. One more time to seal in our practice, our time together, the sound of Om, all together. Deep breath in. Beautiful. As we softly bow our head to our hearts, our heads to each other's hearts. For all of that hard work and that determination, that challenge, the love and the support you always give each other, it's to you that I bow. Namaste. Thanks, crew. Maybe I'll see some of y'all tomorrow. I'm back on Saturdays, so I'll see y'all Saturday if you're here. All right. If not, I'll see y'all soon. Thanks, crew. Yeah, I'll send out a text. Let everyone know. No, I'll send out a text later. Yeah, I'll shoot it out like this afternoon.